we're doing a lot, but we don't have to motive all this stuff. And so if you provide AUB with a way to really science.
And I know this is what we need, but it's good to hear it confirmed. I think Barbara has a question.
I love the idea of empowering these rural communities, but I worry about exploitation or unwanted development or commercialization in any way. Are there?
This is why Daskara is important, because in the first step we're creating a repository that is created by the local residents. So they have an account of everything they have. And then the development project, the crowdfunding feature, is not mandated by anyone. So anyone from that village who has any idea will run it by the local community, and then we take it. We don't have a agenda. We don't tell them, okay, if it's only on this topic, we take it. If it's not, we don't. Any idea they have, because we don't want to take advantage, and we don't want. Daskara is not about people becoming a showcase for tourists. No,
right?
No, we want this app to help them grow the way they want to.
That's very nice. Yeah.
But then a question following up on Barbara's question is, how do you moderate everybody's contribution?
This is why we had the first phase, which was like 4 or 5 years of participatory work. I mean, it looks like we're talking community and we're communicating, but there is a lot of academic work in the background that happened. So we have optimized our participatory process, we have optimized how community interaction occurs, and so all of this is going to be, this conventional sustainable participatory development is translated into the digital platform. It's extrapolated to the digital platform.
I was wondering if you could give us an example of how, when you mentioned community, what did that group look like? Who were the people in the room, and how? And you said they had to approve consensus building, and I was wondering if you had any maybe examples of what that looked like.
Okay, so a community are people who live in the same location or in the same institution. So when I talk about community in the village, it's the residents of that village. And it would include the local authority, the Baladi. It will include local NGOs, schools, individuals, public servants. And the way we approach residents of the village is through existing systems. So first we approach the municipality, local NGOs, so we just work within the existing system. Our aim is not, we don't want to make change. We want to provide knowledge so that people change. And so we're just here to facilitate a process where people have clarity of thinking, they have clarity of their assets, they feel empowered. So we're really not pushing anything. As AUB, we go and they know we're not coming with money, we're just coming with a process, a system.
It's a wonderful project. From your observations of the communities, maybe you could tell us more. What kind of people in the communities are especially interested in conservation, and what kind of knowledge do they want to have access to?
Okay, so thank you for this question, because when I moved from a scientific nature to cultural nature, this is when we were talking in the beginning of the talk that nature is within our everyday life. What we're trying to do is not to understand how much they know about nature and nature conservation. What we're trying to understand is how natural elements are contextualized in the broader scheme of the village life as a whole. So we are not after experts in nature or whatever, we just are after who are, what is this community, what does this community see, who are the assets, because everywhere, even with us sitting here. You have people who love nature, you have people who hate nature, you have people who are vegetarian, people who eat meat, you have people who are, I don't know, Republicans, people who are Democrats, and Lebanon is something else. But the community is the same. And so this is why we don't go in trying to reach any one group. We're just going in with a system that we hope will bring some kind of dynamism and action, local action. So we're making this platform available. People who are proactive, people who are interested will be stronger contributors. And then there is a checks and balances of local information that we have through our participatory system.
So it will be available to people outside of the community.
Yeah. It's a free, open platform. It's like a Google if you want, but it's a development platform. It's a platform for development.
And were the communities open to that such a project? How did they receive that?
This is why I said AUB, it's very important that we are AUB. It's very important. It's so important that I can send a young woman that is in her early 20s and everyone will meet with her, from the head of the municipality to the smallest child, because she is AUB. And that's very important.
If I may follow on, there seem to be threats that are common traveling around. I noticed, for example, the pine nuts, the snowball is affected in the south. They tell you the olive trees, in other places it's cassava. Isn't there a community of kind of needs where people can learn from each other?
Yes. Now, in this digital platform, there is also a button where you can report issues. You can report a problem, and then that will open to your to the communication with the. You can say there is this problem here, and then someone will say, yes, I have the same problem there. So there is a report function in the app as a whole. And we were talking yesterday, in Lebanon, I think all of us know everything we don't have. Everyone knows. We don't have water, we don't have electricity, we don't have this, we don't. Everyone knows all the negatives. But no one is investing that time understanding what do we have. And this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to change the narrative. Assuming that there are lots of people busy with talking about what we don't have. Let's see what we have and what we have left.
But reporting is done to who exactly?
It's an open platform.
But is there a channel to governmental or?
Yes, I mean the governments are sharing data also. Yeah.
Okay, can you track where is?
It's a regular digital platform. And في analytics that you can see who said what, etc. But it's not managed. It's not a one way. It's not like you apply, you say I have a problem, and then I say, yes, your problem is this. But we can channel problems, but it is an open digital platform that also we hope to replicate in other countries. I mean, we hope to license this app in other countries. Yes.
If I understand, so this is at the AUB. Is there like a specific department to belong, or like you're trying to?
It is developed by the Nature Conservation Center
At the AUB? All right.
Yes.
So you said in phase 1 you located 3,200 natural cultural landmarks.
Yes.
Does this also equal 3,200 qarya, I mean villages, in your mind, or how do you locate? And based on, let's say, in one village there's more than one landmark.
Of course, this is why we moved to digital.
Yeah.
Because when we started with a map, and it took 6 months for the village to locate the landmarks, and then we had the exhibit, and then in the exhibit they would come with a fact pack, change this, add that, I forgot to say this, etc. So we could do it by hand for the first 2 years, and then we said it has to be a dynamic process. So it always gets updated, and with a digital platform, you add location, you update information, you update images.
What's the definition of a landmark? So far, let's say in a village.
You decide.
You tell me, it's like a
No,
olive
you
tree,
decide.
an old olive tree or something like, okay. And then one more thing, how about the water? We have the water, is
There's a water
is it only
feature.
nature or is it also our,
Coastal.
Our
Yes, no,
coastal line.
there are water features, there are natural beaches, there are sea turtle watching sites.
alright.
Yeah, we're
so it's
focusing on everything.
on all, alright,
It's all throughout Lebanon. Yeah, it's like 70 and some icons that you can select from.
70.
I don't, yeah, they will app, as soon as the app is out, you can.
Oh,
There is an
alright.
early version now that's available. But still.
Okay, well, that's actually, I meant to say, the Skarja comes from
The
what
Skarja.
originally?
Daskara, the Arabic, Daskara
لا،
is an
ما نعرف.
Arabic, yes,
Is it?
it is Arabic but not of Arabic origin.
No,
Yes.
she Syriani or something?
Yes,
Is it-
but in Arabic it means القرية
فهمنا بس
العريقة.
الأصل شو؟ ما بتعرف.
Yes, yes, but we confirmed with Arabic teachers that Daskara means القرية العريقة, and then we're trying to push forward this concept of Daskarji.
I understand this.
I
What
think,
Yeah, sorry.
oh, no,
What
go
is
ahead.
nice about that is also retaining the Lebanese people in their villages, and the young generation, bringing them back who have entrepreneurial and want to better the life of their parents, having access to information to do better things. For example,
Marketing.
hey dad, you have too many apples, we don't know what to do with it. Now there's a big movement with apple in Lebanon. How do you dry apple? How do you turn them into chips? Because of the growth, and so they don't get damaged. So a young person would come and say, I want to handle this. Let me work with you on that.
Actually, we are especially targeting the millennials and the Z generation, etc.,
Fabulous.
because they are the ones who are going to use the app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The older generation provides the information, but they're not really interested in the digital platform.
So talk about what you said about love and happiness and feeling good and giving back. Chapeau.
It's great. It's great.
Salma, I have a question. You talked about the fact that you found that children appreciate nature through grandparents and family. Is that filtering down into your research or your outreach in any way?
Absolutely.
What are you doing there?
Absolutely, because you tend to think that if I want to provide a good environmental education, then I have to get international concepts, I have to have an NGO, an environmental NGO, and if I don't have this, I cannot do anything, and then you get a lot of money, then you have to run a program, outreach program, I don't know what, where the answer is right there. All you need to do is tell the parents that what you're doing is the most important. And this is the message, that they are the basics, and that they are the rock on which we're going to build anything that comes after.
Salma, I think we'll wrap up, and I wondered if you might tell us two things. One is any kind of timeline you might know about the app, because I think we all want to.
Yes, but I want you to be very patient with us, because app development in Lebanon is not the most advanced skill that the country has. And if through our AV network we can have anyone to help us move faster, we can move much faster. But this is where we're really struggling at this stage.
I think those of us at the table are sitting here thinking, what can we do, and how wonderful, I can't wait. Maybe you could tell us what we might be able to do to help move this along.
Okay, so on the technical side, we finished like the first early version, which is out on Android and will be out soon on the iOS. On the technical side, we need people who are, or companies, or anyone who can help us in kind to further develop the features, programming, app development, or whatever. On the personal side, we need Daskarji. We need people to start contributing landmarks, stories, information, because, for example, we have arts, we have archaeology, we have many different features that people can start contributing.
And how would they do that?
Online, just download the app, register, and start contributing.
So that part already works.
It works, but it's not very friendly. It may be a bit frustrating, but the Android version already works. And if you have questions, the office is ready. The Nature Conservation Center is ready to answer, to follow up with you, etc. But yes, it works. You can. So if you download, if people have Android, it should be working. If it doesn't work very well, this is what we need to make it smoother.
And in terms of contribution, so the contribution would go now to the
The Nature Conservation Center is AUB Nature. If it's information, it goes through the app directly. If it's financial, it goes AUB Nature Conservation Center to that project.
Sounds like we need some app developers to put their minds on this.
Yes, urgent.
And move it along, and perhaps Pat can find one. What do you think?
Maybe. What would you say your number one funding priority would be if you could wave a magic wand? What would you do with $100,000?
We need to move with the features. It's, really focus on getting the app developed. Because you have the idea, you have the vision. If you don't provide a tool that is up to your expectation, then there's going to be fatigue, and then the project will not fly. So we have to really move fast. We know the idea is good, and we know it's going to be useful, but we want to know also that it is of a quality that AUB can be proud of.
I thank you so much, and I think we'll close the more formal part of this. I think Najib has a question first.
To follow up on what you said about communications, about what we can do
Yes.
whether Beirut and New York, is what are the stories, the success stories that the app contributed to? Do you have on account what is, or something available that we can extrapolate and use to promote further the whole project, and then that can draw more contributors?
Yes, we are planning hopefully for a launch in May, where we're going to invite all the constituencies, and I'm sure the communication office is going to be involved very closely, helping us rally momentum, because we want all of AUB to know about that, because once the crowdfunding part comes, people from every village will be looking for their village to see if anyone submitted something and they want to support. So we are going to be working very closely with the communication office to prepare for the launch in the spring. But we're just trying to finish with the technical
This is what you get, Selma, for changing your focus to work with people instead of plants.
I think people either think I'm crazy or I'm entertaining some kind of drug, because they all complain about Lebanon, and maybe I see Lebanon through the eyes of a young person, because young people cannot see no hope, because they're young. This is how they are. They see hope, and so this is what we are a university for young people, so we have to project hope.
That is perfect, and I'd like to invite everyone to enjoy some lunch out there, but also some discussion.